So fresh and
so fresh and so clean.
Don't you think I'm so sexy? I'm just so fresh and
So fresh and so clean.
Ain't nobody don't face me. I'm just so fresh and
so fresh and so clean.
Hey, now.
Don't you think I'm so sexy?
What?
I'm just so fresh.
So fresh and so clean.
Hey,
you already know what's going on.
Ladies,
We out here
and
Thursday
gentlemen.
night football.
What's good?
You already know what's going on Amazon Prime.
Well, nobody knows what's going on at the moment. We got 0 people. Let's tell people
Bro,
that
but they gone though.
we should
Cause they
do that.
gonna rewatch it and they
Yeah.
be like, oh damn,
It was on Amazon.
they was right.
Damn.
They was right. You know?
They was right.
Hey. So you
I'm gonna
already
assume
know.
that you know what they're talking about. Wow.
Come on,
Welcome
Mr.
in,
Hustler.
everybody.
Sure.
Yes,
This
sir.
is our very first Thursday live
Thursday.
show.
Cool. Got Dame
Four
time,
top.
freaky time,
Extra grade.
and the Bills. Yeah.
We are outspoken. If you didn't know, now you know. Say what you mean what you say. That's what we
If
do.
you
all
don't
day,
know,
every day.
now you know.
You ain't wearing no Bills gear for a Thursday night football game? That's crazy.
No. I'm
You-
in my anime gear per usual.
Or they got Goku. Okay, Goku.
He said part of you.
He did.
Disgusting.
Air show.
This was the
Show.
first Thursday,
Disgusting.
first Bills Thursday that we've experienced. You can support your team. We get it.
Gross.
No,
what I'm saying.
I'm here.
Why is it gross?
No, that. You absolutely can't.
Oh,
support
why
this
is that
team.
gross? Why you being a hater?
You're coming for the anime people. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, there's really no need. There's really
Putting
no
all
need.
you in one bucket.
Great storytelling.
All of you in one bucket.
That's some
together.
solid music. What if I see what he see now? What you know about that? You don't know nothing about that.
He said,
you don't
Shout out my boy. Shout out to Adrian.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. He was singing the intro.
The
intro. Yeah, he was doing the
I know
intro.
what he's talking about.
I'm not saying why you raised up like that. You rose up like there was a problem. It feels like you supporting. I couldn't tell by your body language.
I do support.
I need your
Alright.
support to be a little more warm. So I feel it.
Let's go ahead
I don't
and
know
get
what that
into
was.
it.
Well, I don't.
Oh wait,
support.
first of all,
Sorry.
I'm Cordell. If you didn't know.
Oh, there you go.
Marcus, you know what it is.
It's your boy E Rob.
It's dudes, baby.
He said Carolina get out.
All day, every day.
You know, Georgia folks stand up.
You don't know what
You know
time
what
it is.
Come
Whoa,
on
whoa.
now.
Whoop de whoop.
Jersey's
Whoop,
finest.
whoop,
That's
whoop.
what I do.
Nobody likes Jersey.
No.
I heard it was the armpit of America. That's what I heard.
That kind of checks.
Ooh.
out.
That's crazy.
Unless you're maybe like Wyoming.
Some of the best talent comes from Jersey, so I don't want to hear it. But it's
Hey, look, that's what I said.
It ain't Maryland
Some
talent.
of the best, but it ain't us.
Come on now.
It ain't us.
Certainly not us.
I when I say talent, I wasn't even just talking
Ain't no
sports.
way.
Yeah,
Let's get it out of the way.
way
Oh, you right. You right.
Exactly. I wasn't just talking
I'm
sports.
gonna let you.
I got the legendary singer on my
It's hard.
in my
You know how many cities we got?
None that can mine.
We got entertainers. We got Usher.
You got Usher. Alright. We got people in my top.
Hey.
Who your top?
I got
Why we got two different conversations going on right now?
Man.
And none of them about football.
Damn, that's kind of crazy.
All right.
The people come for the sport, man. Let's get
Let's
into
go.
it.
Let's get into it. Cool. Let's go ahead since y'all talking about the dirty South. Y'all can just go ahead. And
The
talk
dirty.
Go ahead and talk these Falcons Titans.
Oh.
Falcons
oh.
Titans.
Hey,
sorry.
bro.
We kicking off the show. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
y'all
This
kick
is
off the show.
this is
Keep the energy going.
Oh
Keep the
man,
energy going.
yeah, we got a important road game coming up on Sunday. The Falcons.
Hey, look, first
4-3,
place.
sitting
We in
up
first place.
alone
Alone on the throne.
on the throne.
That's
First
crazy.
place in the NFC
Hey, look,
South.
and we
Is that the
ain't
first
going
time y'all
home.
said that? When's the last time y'all said that?
Sitting there
Aloud?
chilling.
We said that in week 2.
Oh, beautiful.
After week 2, we was
Thank you.
Y'all gave energy like it's been a long
Come on,
time.
bro.
I'm
2-0.
sorry.
Not
You
only-
just- you just
2-0.
excited. Y'all look
When
good.
was the last time you've been top of your division? All right.
We gonna let that ride.
I wasn't.
Not
all
only
right.
not only are the Falcons 4-3 and sitting in first place in the division,
Mhm.
but they also 2-0 in that division.
Ooh, undefeated. Ooh,
Some-
undefeated.
Somebody else on this panel
Oh my
can't say the
God.
same thing.
Hey, nobody on this panel could say the same thing. To be honest with you. But
So anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
an important road game coming up on Sunday.
Mhm.
Falcons at Titans.
Mhm.
Arthur Smith going up against his former team in the Tennessee Titans, a team that he's very well familiar with at this point. I want to throw the records out on this one. I don't think the records matter because these two teams are pretty familiar with us, with each other. And the Titans team is a team that they always play tough, especially at home. They're always a tough win to get. even in Nashville. So I think this is going to be one of those games where the Falcons are going to have to, again, look past the records, look past the stats. They're going to have to tighten the chin strap and bring it on Sunday.
I mean, for me, I think that, look, Derrick Henry or bust. Like, at this point, I feel like that's what the Titans are.
Yeah.
That's what they will be coming up on Sunday.
Yep.
You know, Ryan Tannehill.
It's
They're
low-key
gonna
what
have
they've always been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Will Levis is
ain't nothing
starting
changed.
with Malik Willis as a possibly get into the game. They say he'll get in, but if Will Levis is playing well, he ain't getting in. We should know this. So, Derrick Henry or bust. As long as we can contain Derrick Henry to under 100 yards, I think we win the game. As long as we contain him and don't turn the ball over, because Ritter does lead the league in turnovers with 11.
It's disgusting.
That's my favorite number, but I don't want that number to be his right now. Okay?
At least not in week 8.
Why is 11 your favorite?
Because you're number one twice. Okay?
Wow.
You are number one.
Hell, be just all the ones.
That's
Just
right.
1,100,000, 111,000.
No.
That's the way to put it, I guess.
It's too many numbers.
Oh, Jesus.
But when you're number 11, number one twice. You get it 2 times.
Number one, baby.
Anyways.
with me.
I mean,
As long as-
doesn't that defeat the purpose of just being number one?
No,
If you have
we
2 ones,
going too far. I just wanted to know. He explained it.
all right.
Thank you.
Do your thing, big dog. I apologize.
Look, Ritter, don't turn the ball over.
Please.
You know, 2 weeks ago it was interceptions. Last week it was fumbles. Please, just please,
Love God.
please. I'm on my knees here, metaphorically.
Pause.
I said metaphorically. Anyways, please don't turn the ball
I
over,
think it would still be Paul.
and we'll be all right. Bijan, hopefully he gets a little bit more carries. You know, we got the guys the ball last week. I feel like Pitts, great receiver. Drake London, he can do damage. Bijan, if he plays. Algier was doing good. Cordero was getting back in the rotation. Like, we have a good squad. We should come out of this with a dub and further our lead in the division. Thank you.
When y'all were talking about your team a couple weeks ago, and you were describing these games where everything lines up accordingly,
He's supposed to win.
where they're supposed to win.
Mhm.
They starting a rookie quarterback.
Mhm.
A little shaky.
Yes,
They
sir.
threw in Malik Willis is shaky behind out there before they did Will Levis. You would think if Will Levis was more ready, he would already been out there getting some reps, some quality reps. You have to necessarily, I mean, you definitely are trying to shut down Derrick Henry, but in terms of getting y'all selves going, it's a great game for y'all's defense to go ahead and shut them out. No touchdowns, keep it clean, run the football.
That's
It's
tough.
right there.
No touchdowns.
Easy. What do you think we are? The 2000 Ravens? Shit.
Like, come on now.
Baby
Like,
steps
that's
here.
just-
Baby steps here.
I was just setting the bar for y'all. I was just laying it out for
No,
you.
you set it too high.
Right. I know we
He said
third.
no touchdowns.
I know we
That's
third.
when I was like,
No,
okay.
oh,
I know,
no-
we,
no
I know, we,
touchdowns?
I know we
No, no.
third. I know
Maybe
the,
one.
I know the Falcons defense
Okay,
is
maybe
you know, third overall and top 10 in the red zone defense and top 10 in scoring defense. I get it. I know the list is starting to pile up on it. I get
Going
it.
on
I
and
get it.
on.
Now, when was the
Just-
last time you said that?
But baby steps. Oh
Never.
man, it's been a while.
All right.
Never.
A while.
I just want to
I don't
know.
remember.
Baby steps. But we'll see, man.
I feel
I definitely think it's going to be a tough game. I don't think the Falcons are going to be able to really run away with this one. I expect another defensive slugfest coming down to the final quarter.
The Titans are pesky.
That
You're
they
just
are.
talking about it.
They are. I look past there's certain teams you have to just remove the record from. Like I know the record says who you are. I guess that's how the saying goes. But the Titans, for me, the Titans feel different. They're always a team that's ready to go, man. No matter the opponent, no matter the location.
Yep. Fidel, you got anything to add?
Nah, y'all got it.
All right,
We
hey,
got it.
Y'all
So
got it.
who everybody picking though?
That's why I was
No,
going to
no.
line that up next.
Who you picking? I want to know.
I won't know. I'm picking.
I want to know
That's where you went, huh?
your name.
I want to know.
Can you just tell us who?
I know. Like, look.
Uh,
All right. So I'll
That's a
joke
jump.
aside.
good
Right
jump.
now, I'm teetering towards Titans. Not gonna lie to y'all. Teetering, but we'll see.
That's why I picked. Okay.
That's why you picked the Bucks. I got it. I
Okay,
got it
go
already.
ahead,
No,
ahead.
that's why I picked the Dolphins to win the division.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm teetering right now
disrespect.
towards Titans.
He don't want us to be great.
At
Never.
the moment.
Ever. He'll never pick us.
Because
Never.
no, I picked you last week.
I don't want to hear it.
So,
Go
and
ahead.
here's my thing. It is more of it's one thing to be good.
Right.
It's another thing to be consistently good. So can you consistently continue
You
to
picking
do it?
a
or will
rookie
you
quarterback to
have-
beat us.
Bro, it's just
It's just what?
It's just literally like, are you a roller coaster or are you maintaining? I don't know if you're which one you are yet. So I'm sitting here and I'm going to bet on young talent. It's natural for them to have highs and lows throughout the season, and you're just picking where the highs and lows are going to hit.
So
you're coming off a very big win. You could almost call this a trap game.
And you're betting on the rookie quarterback.
I'm betting on a trap.
It would be different. It would be different if we were just like explosive and we had all this.
Big game.
No, but it was a big game. But we looked bad in that big game in in certain aspects. So I'm like, it would be different if we were on our high horse thinking, oh, we were so good. We threw for 300 yards. We ran 400. No, like
y'all number one in the division.
Yeah, but it was a bad game.
Y'all on a high horse, so some sort.
It's really just your quarterback. You were just talking about the turnovers earlier. That's what swings games, especially games like this. Y'all are on the road.
He's had 3 turnovers in back-to-back games.
Well,
y'all on the road. Y'all got Derrick Henry. Y'all got to contend with, and you know if it's a second half close game, they're gonna pound that rock, and it's gonna make the Titans. They're gonna put them right where they need to be.
That's fine.
Making sure Will Levis don't make mistakes.
I'm just teetering. I can teeter the other way.
Nah,
it's a spectrum.
You said what you said.
If y'all can protect the ball,
it's a pick. So you gotta make the pick.
What's interesting is that a lot of analysts feel that he's improved over the weeks, and they're looking past the turnover numbers. And I know for some people it's hard to look past that, especially when you lead the entire league in it. But you know, I guess in the passing game aspect, he has shown some improvement. So we'll see. But yes, I do expect Tennessee to come out swinging.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game, but
Falcons need this game.
Falcons win.
They need this game desperately.
Well, they're both taking Falcons.
I'm teetering, but I'm teetering Falcons.
Okay.
I'm teetering Falcons. We'll see what
teetering. Y'all got to make a pick. We ain't here to be teetering.
So for now, Falcons. Bucket.
There you go. Who you got? Titans?
Yeah, he still got it.
I'm teetering.
Bro, this ain't a teetering show.
Bajan better take some Advil or some BC powder or something for the game.
That'll teeter me in
the other
direction.
Is he playing? He had a headache.
Yes.
He played last week. It just wasn't a lot.
What makes you think he won't have another one? We don't know.
What makes you think he will?
Nothing. I'm just asking the question.
Nah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Make the pick.
As long as he's playing, I'll take the Falcons. As long as he's playing.
Okay, so if you're not playing, you're taking the Titans.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Proof bullying works.
All right, let's
hang. All right,
move on, man.
Every time, foolproof.
Yeah,
Jags at Steelers.
Ooh, wee.
Jags at Steelers. To me, I don't think this is a big game. I just think it's a weird game.
And
really,
in what way?
Because the Steelers are weird to me, bro. Yeah, I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah, and
they don't know what to do with them.
And you thought the Jaguars were weird already coming into the season. You think this is just a weird game?
This is all weird. Wow. Like, because I'm just like
the disrespect.
Either team can win. Honestly,
both of them look inconsistent.
It's like both of these teams. Okay, so one team I think is
somebody got to win.
Yeah, of course. But one of these teams I think is actually bad. The other team I think is average. So, but I'm like, but either team could win.
Which one is average? The one that
Jags.
The one that beat y'all?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
See, y'all average.
Gotcha. Upsets don't happen. Upsets happen.
He said no.
It's really the Jaguars.
Y'all been looking real average these past
you absolutely
weeks.
Right. You absolutely right about that.
They've been looking real.
They've been looking below average, honestly.
That's a fair point. The Jaguars' offense hasn't been as fluid as we thought it was going to be. That's really what it is. Travis Etienne, he's been productive scoring touchdowns, but he had 53 yards last week. I want to say he was in the 50s a few weeks ago before he had that 120-yard game. Was that against y'all?
It wasn't.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry.
Etienne?
Yeah, it was 120. Like he did. But other games, he hadn't really been yakking. It hasn't been yards. It's been just touchdowns.
Well,
which is most important.
Against the Colts, it was a good one.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's hasn't been consistent.
All
That's
season,
2 games.
yeah.
That's all it is. And we just expected better. Calvin had dropping issues. Christian Kirk has been consistent. Yeah. But it's really just them finding their flow. That's why they average right now until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that I'd say the Jags are above average because even though they're not to the potential that we thought they were, for one, they're still winning the games.
Mm-hmm.
And for two, it's like, yeah, their division might not be the best, but at the end of the day, if they get home field, like they can beat any team in
London.
Nah,
I'm talking advantage. I get it.
I'm talking about the playoffs. If they make it to the playoffs. They make it to the playoffs, man. They can make a run just by having that home field advantage.
I think when it comes to them, they're still a team, and we have to remember this. They're still a young team from top to bottom that's still learning how to win.
All their impact players are below 30.
You gotta keep in mind this is a team last year that at one point in the season was not in the playoff picture, and they had to scratch and claw their way into it, and that's how they end up making the playoffs. But this isn't a team that has racked up double-digit win seasons, so they're still learning how to win games. Right now, it's in a manner where, it's in not a pretty fashion, but all young teams go through that, right? When they learn how to win.
But in terms of who they're beating, they lost to the Chiefs and the Texans. The only playoff team they beat is the Bills. We're going to find out who they are very soon. Well, they got the Steelers. They got the Niners after their bye week. They got the Titans.
When is their bye week?
Week 9.
Next week.
Next week. My fault. Texans, Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Bucks. So they will play a couple of top defenses. Get to play Lamar. They'll have their fair set of challenges where they'll probably have to put up points.
We'll see what
they're looking like.
I think we do have to say that I feel like there's not a lot of teams that beat. Like when they go through these stretches, there are not a lot of teams that are going to go have a winning record against these gauntlets. And a lot of teams are actually going through a gauntlet these next few weeks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see about a lot of teams, but I think at the end of the day, it'll even itself out because teams are gonna lose to certain teams, but other teams are gonna win against certain teams.
Any given Sunday.
Don't think that they will. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be like, okay, they've beaten some playoff teams, but they've also lost to some non-playoff teams. And then there could be some playoff teams that lose to the playoff teams, but then they beat the non-playoff teams. But record-wise, it's not gonna look much different.
Yeah.
So it's just we'll see, but.
Hell, we had a whole game get canceled last year for unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah.
But so that messed up the whole scheduling situation, season situation. We'll see how it play out.
So who you're going with?
I'm kind of leaning Steelers. And this is the one reason why I lean Steelers is I saw that when there's a good pass rush against the Jaguars, which y'all had, there are multiple times where Trevor Lawrence fumbled the ball, and I think that would be key. Because we've seen Highsmith and Watt be able to create turnovers. And I think that will be in the fact that they're at home and they're also honoring guys that have won Super Bowls for them on that day. I think that'll be the thing that gets them over the hump against the Jags.
I'm sold. I'm with Queese. Steelers.
Taking the Steelers?
Bucket.
Man, you know what? I think I'm gonna take the Jags here. I think the Jags go on the road and get another win, man. They're still learning, but at the same time, I have to give them credit for not only winning in London, but winning back-to-back games in London. Getting a home game, half a week after that, maybe a week later. But a week later. So they really didn't have no bye. Yeah. So playing back-to-back games in London, getting those wins. Coming home a week later, getting that win, going on the road to New Orleans, which is not an easy environment to play in, and getting another win. That's impressive to me.
Yeah, I think for the Jags, just won a game that I feel like they can lose. Like, it's not going to hurt.
And it also, we haven't seen a complete. Oh, I shouldn't say that. We haven't seen them have complete victories consistently. It's always felt like it's been too close. Like it's like, they could probably lose this. You feel like that every game. And you would expect, in terms of their growth and their development, that you would see a little more consistency with that since it's the same core, same coach, quarterback. Yeah. But we hadn't seen it.
At the end of the day, I feel like it's just going to be a home field. Like whoever had home field would win this game. Jag had home field, I picked the Jags. Steelers got home field, I'm picking the Steelers. It's close. And it should be a close game. Like
I'm taking the Jags. I'm done taking the Steelers.
Oh yeah, you're done because every time you pick them,
exactly. Every time I pick them, they lose. So,
but then when
you don't pick them,
they win. They win.
So that's why I said I'm just being consistent. I'm gonna just stick with one pick instead of this back and forth thing that I'm doing. That'll give me more chances of being right because right now I've been wrong every time. So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and just stick to one side.
That definitely sounds like a man who is just at his limit. He's like, look, I've done it enough, right? No more.
Yeah, I'm definitely over it.
Appreciate y'all reminding me. I need to make my picks.
Yeah, come
Go ahead. Come on, man. Just someone.
Jeez. Honestly,
Oh
just
no,
don't.
I made him. We're good.
Just don't
So-
make it, to be honest.
I was making sure
Let's go ahead. Let's lock
protecting my
in
investment.
Browns at
currently in
Seahawks.
last place.
Browns, that's
Huh?
Wow. Yeah, right. That's how I felt too. Another one though. I had the same feelings that I had with the Jags and Steelers. I had the same with the Browns.
I think the Browns got lucky last week, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. 28.3 points per game.
That's nasty.
my God.
Third
I
worst.
told you I run into 28.3 every single day.
Oh, that's
I
what
told
he
you
thinking
that.
Bro.
I
Who
told you
was
that.
Thinking that. I'm like,
I
yo,
told
who had
you that.
28.3?
That's
told you
crazy.
Think about a lot of stuff.
I told
That's
you.
where he goes.
I told you. Anyway, as I was saying, not a whole lot of individuals are talking about it, but the
to be a
Browns,
Falcons fan.
the Browns got a little lucky last
I'm
week.
so sorry.
They were supposed to shut up. Your team is going to have a garage sale in a week. So I'm not
Oh,
gonna-
man.
They were supposed to.
Hey,
they
man,
were supposed to lose last week.
I'm not
you
triggered
went-
by
you-
numbers.
you going on the road.
The call that wasn't a call.
Right. The call that wasn't a call. You're going on the road to Indy. It looks like an easy win. You have the number one defense in your back pocket. Granted, you had this little funky sequence where you started your franchise quarterback, and he was in for what, one series, and then you ended up giving up 38 points to a backup quarterback in Gardner Minshew.
Yeah,
They got a little lucky last week.
They did.
I don't think they get lucky this week. A lot of people can attest for the fact that playing in Seattle, that's arguably the
It's a tough place.
the toughest place
Yeah.
to play in, man. And I think this week they go on the road and they get tripped up in Seattle. I'm going with the Seahawks here. I like what Geno and those guys got going.
Kenneth Walker is different, but the
Yes.
Browns have the pieces to and the production to hold their running game.
Right.
I feel like Kenneth, when he gets going, he's agile. He can catch the ball. He's strong. He's shown to be a complete back.
Complete back. Yep.
If the Seahawks are able to get him going, that's what's going to be the difference in this game.
I'm curious. I don't want to stir up a huge debate.
Oh hell!
There we go.
Who would y'all, knowing what y'all know, right? You go back into that draft, Kenneth Walker's draft.
What year was that?
2020,
That was 2 years ago.
2021.
Because-
It's 2 years ago.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
You taking Kenneth or Brees first?
I
I'm-
only
I'm-
take Kenneth on because he's more durable. He's been more durable.
No. I'm not.
I was a
excluding injuries.
I was
but
a- I was a
what
fan.
You've seen them as a talent.
I was a fan. I was a huge fan of Kenneth, and I thought that he should have been the number one running back in that draft.
I was too.
I think he led the country in rushing that year. So
With
he
Michigan State. I
yeah,
think,
he had a monster year, and I felt like he was a better back than Brees. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't super high on Brees coming out only because I felt like at Iowa State he didn't have that burst. I didn't really
didn't.
see the
He
explosive
didn't have the
plays
burst.
that I saw with Kenneth Walker.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
you see him in the NFL now.
yeah,
But at Iowa State, I did not see
yeah.
it.
I wanted
So,
Walker in Atlanta.
Yeah, I was Kenneth Walker.
That's
I feel like Brees has also been stronger going through the season. We saw him have that long run against Shaw in the first game, and he got hawked down. I feel like when he had his long touchdown run the other time, he looked a little more explosive and didn't look like he was going to get caught. But I think I will also take Kenneth. But I love Brees. Brees is
I love
a
Brees
bigger
too.
back,
Good back.
I love
and
Brees
he
too.
like when he gets going to stride, he's very tough to tackle.
The one
Stiff
thing,
arm,
the one
crazy.
interesting thing, real quick, Walker was at Wake Forest for a little bit before he transferred to Michigan State. Walker did not show that pass catching ability at Wake Forest. He was very limited there. When he got to Michigan State, they brought that to the offense, and that opened up a different dimension that a lot of scouts didn't know he had.
him in open space.
Yes. So, and I don't think Brees has necessarily shown that. Even through college, he was not necessarily a great pass catcher there.
So I was just curious, because I always play it back in my mind because
Yeah.
I used to go into debates with my brother because I told him I wanted Kenneth to come to
No.
the Bills. He said no, he wanted Brees to
No.
be with the Bills.
It
was a whole
Kenneth
argument.
Walker was RB1 that year. He was the number one. He was the number one.
Yeah,
running back.
I think so.
All right, cool. So
Wait.
I was gonna get my take.
Oh,
Can I get my take?
okay. I was like, hey, look, I was like, wait, I didn't give him a pick yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So I'm riding with the Seahawks. I'll do my pick and say my opinion. I'm riding with the Seahawks in this one. Personally, I'm like the Brown. I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to trash the Browns defense.
Right.
But if the Colts can put up 39, I think the Seahawks should be able to put up enough points to outscore Browns offense.
Mhm.
So with Kenneth there, and I saw a little life from Njigba. Don't know if that's going to be a consistent thing, but I saw a little bit of life in his productivity. So that was nice to see. So I'm feeling like if the first to 20 should win this game, and I feel like the Seahawks should be able to do that.
The thing about the Browns, their secondary is built to stop a receiving core like Seattle's. That's where if Geno starts making mistakes, that's where I would teeter. But I would also go Seahawks.
But if, like I said, first to 20, if the Browns get there first, then it's theirs to win. I think that's really what it's going to be. I think it's going to be a lot of ground with a little bit of pass here and there.
Myles Garrett is always going to be scary.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I mean, we saw like going back to
Scary
your
human
Njigba,
being.
Lord
like
Jesus.
we saw Njigba be good because there's no DK Metcalf. So usually
Right.
when they've had to put an extra tight end for protection and not have 3 wide receiver sets, it messes up Njigba because he hasn't been able to get on the field as much as we thought he would. But now that DK will most likely come back, he'll probably drop back down and not have the same exposure that he had last week.
I'm hoping that they saw his productivity, what he can do on the field, so then hopefully they will give him more opportunity. I feel like that's the right thing to do with players. When they take advantage of opportunity, you should reward them with more opportunity.
Well, I think
some way, shape, or form.
Well, I think that's the thing though, because of the fact that they're still injured on the offensive line, especially going up against a guy like Myles Garrett. I don't think that'll be the case this week. Maybe in the future, but for this week, nah, they going for protection rather than explosive plays.
They should.
So I'm taking Hawks,
Seahawks.
and you're taking Hawks, and you're taking Hawks, right?
Yep.
All right, let's lock that in. And let's
CenturyLink,
get
baby.
into some heavy hitters now, I guess.
Heavy hitters.
I guess we ain't heavy hitters.
It's all right.
No, sorry. We got one more weird one, and then I'll do the 2 heavy hitters. Rams at Cowboys. Rams.
I would love if the Rams. could
I
go
know
and
what you would love.
handle their business. That would be beautiful.
It's Cowboys for me, man. Like
They do.
it would be different if the Rams had their running backs, but they're down 2 running backs, and now they have Royce Freeman and Daryl Henderson.
Mhm.
It just doesn't do enough for me.
Darrell's familiar with their system, though, at least.
Yeah, Daryl Henderson is familiar, but he hasn't really been good since they won the Super Bowl. And he was off the team. I don't even remember where he was, but he was gone. Now he's back. But it's like they can't be a team that relies on throwing the football against a team like the Cowboys that have a great pass rush. That's been kind of their Achilles heels every time they face teams with good pass rushes. It gets to them too much in the second half to where they can't do enough, especially when they're down. Happened against the Eagles and happened against the Steelers. I just have to
think that Cup and Naku will be able to take advantage. Tutu will be able to take advantage of their secondary.
I mean, you could have said that with the Steelers, but it didn't happen. The Steelers don't have anybody in the secondary that you would be afraid of other than Minka Fitzpatrick. But that's at safety. So, and we saw, Puka Nakua went off, but Cup didn't. So they took one away, and I feel like that's what the Cowboys would do is they'll just have Stephon Gilmore try and take one away, and then whoever goes off, they go off. But if you're relying on just that one person, it's not going to win the game.
I would hope CeeDee Lamb has, if they want to go out and get this game, they need to get CeeDee Lamb going. I feel like he's been getting yards. Get him in the end zone. Continue to feed your best offensive weapon. I feel like it's easy for Dak to get going in his confidence when CD is going. That's his guy. That's his number one dude. I feel like it boosts everybody else's confidence on their offense. That would be a key for the Cowboys, aside from their defense. But yeah, Michael Parsons is, again, very, very scary. Not somebody who is easy to contain. And like you said, the Rams have been susceptible. So it does feel like the Cowboys should win this game. I just really don't want them to.
I mean,
It really pains me, but Cowboys probably going to get this jump.
I mean, this game feels tricky a little bit, at least from the Rams' offensive standpoint. Defensively, I think the Rams are going to have some issues with this receiving core. We've seen them have problems with physical receivers so far this season. They get thrown around, and I feel like if they're going to try to get physical, because they're a man coverage team, and they try to get physical with CD and Gallup, and those guys are just going to be able to do whatever they want to do. So in order for the Rams to win this game, they have to get a ground game going. There's no question about that for various reasons. For one, they haven't been able to run the ball much this year anyway, regardless of opponent. But in order to keep Michael Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence and those guys at bay and keep Stafford upright, you got to have that run game to just hold them for half a step when it comes to rushing up the field. That's the only way the Rams are going to win this game, if they get that ground game going. If they don't, it could be they could make a few plays here and there with Stafford and his guys, but Dallas will probably pull away. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys here.
In their last 2 wins, Kyron Williams had over 100 yards rushing. Matt Stafford hasn't thrown for over 231 yards in the last 3 weeks, too.
And I know the Cowboys are missing Diggs, but Gilmore has been playing really good, even in his absence.
You notice him out
So
making plays. You see it.
I think that this is going to be a game between Stafford and Dak.
So you think shootout?
No. I'm thinking whichever one makes the least amount of mistakes wins. That's where I'm at.
I mean, Stafford doesn't really make a whole lot of
He
mistakes.
He doesn't. But when you're talking about the pressure coming at him, could I see him throwing an interception or them doing a strip sack on him?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. It's going to come down to whichever one of those two plays the cleanest to me. Because I feel like someone's not going to. I don't know which one of them isn't at the moment, but one of them's not going to have a clean game.
They're going to have to get that run game going, man. It's going to have to pop.
For right now, I'm rolling with the Cowboys in this one. So
yeah,
Cowboys. Yeah, everybody Cowboys. Yeah.
Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked if at least early on, however, Kupp and Puka are able to make a couple plays here. And there.
I mean, to be honest, if they get up early, then that could
make it real interesting at that point.
Yeah,
real interesting.
Yeah,
it will make my heart happy, whatever that's worth. Proceed, host man.
We think Aaron Donald can have a Aaron Donald-esque performance.
I was thinking about him about 60 seconds ago. I was like,
he's still there, but he hasn't had that type of performance in a little while.
He hasn't.
He's getting double and triple team.
It's like it used to not matter, but now it does matter.
He's over.
Yeah, I'm saying it does.
We've seen him going chip the guard, blow past the center.
Like,
we've still seen him do
get
that.
some pressure, but actually getting there to the quarterback, it hasn't been as prevalent as it used to.
Yeah.
I mean, the foot speed's still there. The acceleration,
I just need him to get back to making quarterbacks saying, "Oh God," before he throws a pass. That's what I need. I need to see that.
It was just a month ago.
What's next?
All right, we gonna keep it pushing with the NFC South.
Again,
NFC South.
We already talked about the King.
Sorry, not NFC South. I'm all.
I was going to say we already talked about.
Come on,
the
Mr.
King.
Host,
NFC East.
NFC
going with the
East.
NFC
Staying
East.
rent free in his mind.
Eagles Commanders. That's the only other thing.
He worried about the NFC South tonight, hoping they don't pick up a win.
Do the Giants have a bye week or something? We want to talk about them?
Ain't nobody
They
trying to say Giants.
East. Eagles at Giants.
Look at you.
Come on,
See,
bro.
I messed him up now.
Yeah, they play the Commanders.
I do what I can.
He did. Eagles at Commanders.
I'm tired of y'all. Go ahead, Mr. Commander.
I don't know. Hey, y'all better listen to Jonathan Allen. That's all I gotta say. He expressed everybody's emotions.
They've been listening for 7 years.
I don't know what. I don't know why. It's been so consistent. I told y'all at the beginning of the year, y'all knew what it was going to be by week 7.
It's okay, man.
And going to this game against a very scary defensive line, and we can't protect the quarterback.
Jalen coming.
I don't understand how
Both Jalen's.
we've allowed 40 sacks this year.
You know, if Sam
10
wanted,
of us are from us.
if
We're a fourth of them.
If
All right,
Sam, how many did we get?
Good math. Great. You're doing
If
great.
Sam-
got 4.
If Sam wanted to call out sick for this game, I don't blame him.
Hey,
Hey, but put him on the injury.
Jacoby Brissett might be able to
You
get the
guys-
ball out quicker.
Jacoby
You guys are at home.
Jacoby gonna be like,
That don't mean a goddamn thing. Nothing. It means
I'm
zilch.
getting this
Nada.
check from
You
bench.
look.
Jacoby gonna be like, I ain't going in there.
If Sam gonna be sitting there, pat, it's just
That
he's
goes-
fool. It's really it's
98
it's
coming.
very unfortunate.
91 coming.
I'm happy that he's going through these lumps though. Like I'm not out on Sam Howell at all. It's one of them things where we still trying to figure out what he can build on. We're trying to learn the new mistakes. What he's good at, what he's bad at. We've seen the ability to get the ball down the field. We've seen his ability to maneuver through the pocket, had that presence, but his clock hadn't been worth a damn since y'all beat us for real. Like it's been kind of all downhill.
We just don't know.
It's
Or we just discombobulated the man.
just a little bit. Hell, sitting here watching that game, I didn't know what to feel. I was just sitting here like, that's what we look like against good football teams. It's crazy. We don't play the Cardinals or the Broncos. That's what we look like. It was very deflating. So I want to feel like it's a trap game. Jalen Hurts hasn't been playing great. He's been susceptible to turnovers. But it's tough to feel confident in my team right now. There's a lot of issues. So I would go Eagles in a close game. Like I think we're gonna show up, but no.
Piggyback on that. I got to give it to them though. The Commanders have
Give it to
found
who?
they found a way to at least play with the Eagles the last couple of years. Like they haven't had games. They haven't had games the last few years.
What does that
where
mean if we lose to the Bears?
Hold on.
Well, I mean,
Let him get it out.
but I'm saying like they found ways to really give the Eagles some work. You know, you go back to last year, you guys ended their undefeated streak on Monday night with Taylor Heineke.
So you're keeping a narrow scope. I'm sorry. I'm thinking
You
big
guys
picture.
earlier this year, you guys took them to overtime and lost by 3. Like I feel like this is definitely going to be one of those games again. We're gonna somehow turn to the game.
That's what I'm talking
It's going to be fourth quarter, and it's either going to be tied or the Eagles may be up by a score, and it's going to be one of those things where, man, the Commanders can pull this thing off. However,
did all that talking to you, so he could just.
He ain't pull me nowhere. I stayed put. I was just looking at like, where are we going? What are we talking about? We know exactly what the team is. Go ahead. However, sorry, comma. However, go ahead. However, comma.
I follow a number of Commanders fans on Twitter, and they're all standing outside of FedEx Field right now with some
Pick
Yeah.
fences. Some signs.
some bottles with the rag in it. With
The
fire.
Molotov cocktail. What do you think we be doing over in DC, bro?
They are ready for Ron Rivera to be gone.
That's crazy. First, you guys said the curse would be over when Snyder's going. You ran him out.
And I'm
Now it's wrong.
I truly
No.
feel if there's
We wanted Ron Rivera out last year as well. We just doing the owner and the coaches a lot for an organization that hasn't been respectable in a good
I
way.
do feel if there's any team this week that could lose and could really be in the frying pan during trade deadline,
I just want to first.
I truly think this week,
I just want to first.
soon after Sunday,
That's it.
soon sometime that afternoon, that evening,
Chase been productive.
the
this year.
Commanders are going to start having a garage sale for players. It's
Montez
going to
been
be.
productive. They're
They're ready to go. The fans are ready for him to go. The fans are ready to
Whoa,
move
whoa,
on.
whoa, whoa!
Ready
Let's
to
slow
go
down.
right now.
I'm not ready for them to go.
No,
I
ready for
love
Ron.
how. Oh, I thought you were talking about Chase
For
and
Ron.
Tez. I'm
No,
sorry.
For
My
Ron
bad.
and Jack.
No, we
and
love y'all. Y'all look
They
great.
want to keep the enemy, but they want to let everybody else go. And I think this is the week. You guys are 2 and 4.
3 and 4.
3 and 4. Another loss.
You 5 ain't so.
No.
Right.
No.
It's three- but
Have
it's-
y'all
but
looked
it's-
at our schedule?
But
We
it's
need
three.
to
But
be
it's
at
3
5
and
and
5.
2.
It's 3 and 5, and you're getting ready to
We
have
be confident in playoffs.
back-to-back division losses, and you can't afford that in
Yeah,
a
that Giants
division
loss
like that.
hard.
Like that Giants loss, losing to 14-7 is ugly, and now you got to come back home and
Thank
play
you.
Philly.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all down.
I'm taking the Eagles, and I think they're going to be. It's gonna be a fire sale. It's gonna be.
Marcus, you ain't get a chance to get a word in yet.
It's gonna be.
All right, man. I'm just
It's gonna be
listening
Black
to
Friday.
good conversation. But,
It's gonna be Black Friday.
Look,
in
I'm
DC on Sunday,
gonna keep
dog.
it short and sweet. I do think it will be a good game.
It better not be no damn Black Friday. It's not
I
no
think
cheap
it'll be-
sale. We're not cheap.
I think
What
it'll
are you
be.
talking about?
Chase is
Hey,
for sale.
can the man get this
He
out?
wants to be.
Can the man get
Look,
this
look.
out?
27-17.
There it is.
Putting it on there, Eagles.
So, do you prefer a second or a third for Sweat? Which one?
All right.
I do think the Falcons will trade and get either Montez Sweat or Chase
Hold
Young.
on. Time out.
But that's
Yes.
neither here nor there.
All right.
No.
So
For
I'ma
Tez,
just-
I'll
I'ma-
do tutus.
I'm gonna just go ahead and speed this up.
Yeah,
Eagles.
All
All
right.
right.
Tutus.
He must,
Bengals at
he must
49ers.
two. He must be out here.
Shit.
Game of the week.
The loser.
Game of the week.
Game of the week.
I don't know why y'all
Oh,
think Tez
yeah,
gonna make
yeah.
a difference in
49ers?
Yeah, I
y'all's
say
endeavors.
game of
What
the
y'all
week.
finna do?
Game of the week.
What's y'all ceiling?
Bengals at
Wild card
40
exit?
Hey.
Hmm.
Bengals at
I'm not even getting
49ers.
Bengals at 49ers.
Sorry, you said Bengals 49.
Game of the week. Sunday.
Has
It's
it
not Sunday night, right? Is it Sunday night?
Damn, those
has
are
it
odds.
I
has
think
it
it's
not
Sunday night.
has it not lost a little luster?
No.
No.
Just a little bit.
Bengals at
I'm-
49ers.
no
425
Debo.
425. So
Oh, it's definitely lost a little luster.
A little luster.
No.
I mean,
Like,
I think
I didn't
It's the star power is still there,
For
other
sure.
than Debo and Trent Williams. But other than that, star power is still there.
Is
I
Trent
think
gonna be out
that-
this week?
And
It's possible
yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
And
with,
then
with Trey Hendrickson coming to town.
Mhm.
That's gonna be
and
interesting.
here that I gotta think is this is a get right game for both
Sam Hubbard
teams.
no slouch neither.
The Bengals need their win to get over
both,
500.
yep, both teams need a win right
The 49ers don't want to get 3 in a row.
now. Whew, that
So
was
I'm
a mess.
like, this is a get right. Both teams are playing for something in this game, and that's why I think that it's still the luster hasn't been gone because both teams still need it. So
Do you believe in Sam Darnold? That's really the question. I feel
I
like
believe
for
in
me.
the Shanahan
Who-
offense.
Mm.
That's
which team needs this one the most?
it. Bengals.
Yep.
You gotta say that convincingly.
Yep. There's two.
Who needs it the most?
Like
Who needs it the
Bengals.
most?
The
For-
Bengals.
now, remember, last week
I
when
was
I
thinking
asked
Bengals
this
too.
question, I was talking about it from like a standpoint of how people will talk about them. So if you're talking about it from that instance, then the 49ers need it the most. If you're
It's still the
talking
Bengals.
if you're talking about it from like I have to take into account the fact that they play in the AFC and all this, then it's the Bengals.
I mean, I think the Niners are kind of sort of reeling a little
They're
bit.
No,
sitting
because
pretty.
the one
Long
thing
term,
I wouldn't-
long term.
They wouldn't be if they're 5-3. They would not be sitting
No,
pretty
they'll be
if they're
sitting
5-3.
pretty still.
I mean, even if they were
long term.
even if they were 5-3 and the Seahawks won against the Browns, like they'd only be one game back of the division.
but-
Whereas
but-
if the Bengals lose, they'd be 3 games back.
But you're talking about a team right now that's having to win games like this with a number of key faces that are not either in the lineup or just not 100% completely.
Mhm.
There's too many
Mhm.
guys right now for me to look at them and say, hey, they can afford a third straight loss. Even who they are and what division they're in, I'm like, man, that's gonna feel nasty.
It's
Nah, but
scheduling
they-
and conference for me. 'Cause
Yeah.
The Bengals still have the Bills on their schedule, the Chiefs on their schedule, the Browns are the last game of the year, Lamar's on the schedule,
But see,
the
those
Jaguars on the
losses-
schedule,
But see, those games,
CJ Stroud on
those
the
They
schedule.
games-
can't lose.
but those games mean much more to the AFC side compared. If they lose to the Niners, it's not necessarily going to kill them in terms of
it
the
is.
AFC.
It is.
For
They're
their
fighting for a
record,
wild card spot.
They yes.
Well, yeah, they're fighting
So-
for a wild card spot,
but
but losing
the
losing
The 49ers, they got the
Rockets
division.
are the
They
one
got
or
the
two
division.
seed.
That's-
but losing to the Bills or losing to the Chiefs
Mhm.
could cost a certain seed that you may need. You can easily go from having a number 1 seed to having a 6 seed with just one
But
loss.
losing,
So
if
then why-
losing
Long
to
as
the
it-
Chiefs
long
can mean
as
that
it's
they don't make it
loss.
at all.
So
You
why
said what?
wouldn't
I said losing to the Chiefs means that they can't make it at all. If we're looking that far down, because if they lose this game here,
Yeah.
and then they lose more games down the road, but they might not even make the playoffs at all. Like I think with the one thing with the 49ers,
I just said they
49ers have
wouldn't.
an out to where
Yeah.
they can say, oh, like we lost these games 3 in a row, but we also didn't have some of our best players in that time.
Mhm.
Bengals can't say that.
Well,
Bengals, if they lose,
they have an out.
no,
We
Bengals-
haven't played to our best because our quarterback
That's-
has not been 100%.
No, but that's terrible. Because
What's
nobody's
the difference?
going to give them the benefit of the doubt of that at the end of the season. At the end of the season, if they don't make the playoffs, everybody's going to be like, that was
No one's going to
a
get
bad
no.
season.
How many people are really going to give the Niners the benefit of the doubt of having that, knowing that they feel
because there's a difference between when at least from what I've realized, when a player is playing then they don't give excuses at the end of the season, even if he's bumped up. Versus the 49ers, who's literally Brock is not playing.
And the thing is,
so when it's
But McCaffrey is.
yeah. But if they lose,
So I don't want to hear, man, McCaffrey was
But
dinged
that's
up
the thing, though.
that
The
time of
worst
the
thing
year.
that we're talking about with the 49ers is, they don't win the division. The worst thing we're talking about with the Bengals is they don't make the playoffs. Like,
that's why
because
And-
the one thing with the 49ers is they don't win the division. If they go into the playoffs,
They're
I
fine.
bet you they'll still be a favorite in their wild card game.
And with the Bengals,
if everyone is healthy.
their offense has thrived on big plays. Haven't had that at all this year.
Nope.
In fact, they've had 2 games where they scored 3 points, and only 1 game where they scored 2 games where they scored over 20. 2 games over 20, 2 games with 3 points.
I'm just saying. If I'm Joe Burrow and Chase and Higgins, and I'm looking at that Niners defense the past couple of weeks, a defense that's only had 2 sacks in the past 2 games, a defense that has some injuries on their side of the ball, and a defense that also gave up over 300 yards to a Justin Jefferson-less Vikings offense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for it.
Yep. And so, look what you said. You're ready for it. All those things that you just named. So if you don't do that and you lose, you're just thinking, dang, we really just ain't good this year, huh? It's going to hit so hard if they don't do anything against this team.
So I do have a question. So we've all heard Dan Orlovsky. We've heard his take about, if you didn't hear it, Dan Orlovsky has been on record on, just check whatever ESPN show you want that he's on, saying that this offense for the 49ers will not miss a beat with Sam Darnold on the offensive side of the ball. This part's always weird to me because he keeps on saying the most talented quarterback since Matt Ryan. And I'm like, so we just going to act like Trey Lance ain't got talent? Like, to me, Trey Lance was more talented. He just, they're just talking talent.
Yeah,
that's all he's talking.
Even talent,
right? So I'm like,
he wasn't more talented than Sam Darnold.
The athleticism of Trey.
That's why I was very
But the
confused.
passing
Everybody knew
ability-
he
the
wasn't a
passing ability
complete
of Darnold
passer.
was better than
Everybody
Trey
knew
Lance.
I think
better, yes, but
to-
it's the total talent.
to
I feel
add-
like
the total
I will
talent,
go
I'm going-
Trey
I'm
Lance.
going
as
Sam
well.
Darnold.
to add along
Sam
with that
Darnold.
point of Dan,
Like-
I think part of the reason he's saying that is because they've shown over the last few years to just adjust to whatever quarterback's in there.
Well, to finish off with what I was going to say, that part just always threw me off when he kept saying that because I was always like, so Trey Lance, no?
No.
But my thing is, okay, if he comes in here and plays just as good or better, what does that say about Purdy?
What is it with you and Brock Purdy? Why do you have this anti-Brock campaign going now?
I
It
feel like
just
that's a
adds
fair
context to what drives San Francisco's offense.
question. Is that
I
a
mean,
fair
I
question?
think that
You can lie to them, but not me.
No.
Cordell.
People tell me, is that not a
You
fair
can lie to
question
them, but
ask?
not me, Cordell.
Look.
I see right through you.
It doesn't really say much
do
about
know
Brock
Cordell Hayes.
Purdy.
Thank
To
you.
Ain't
me,
nothing changed.
to me, because we need a bigger sample size. Like, it's got to be, Sam Darnold, like, because one game, it's like, okay, cool. But if he's done it for multiple stretches, then it's like, okay, well, maybe it's more of, as we've said, like, it's just the offense. But we've said the offense was good.
We've always said
only,
that.
Yeah, the only thing with Brock Purdy was he was the most efficient
Yeah.
in the offense since Matt
That was
Ryan.
really last week against the Vikings.
But
Was really,
my thing is, if he comes, this all goes towards you, really directly towards you, Marcus.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if he comes in here and does just as good or better, then I'm really sitting here like he's not a top 10 QB.
well, that's
He's
your
not top
agenda.
10.
I mean-
I'm going to look at it as this. I'm going to look at it as, you know what? Kyle Shanahan showed us once again that he can take a quarterback, plug him into his system, and it works. That's how. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to take.
I agree with
I'm
you,
not
but
gonna
that
take-
takes
no,
that takes some shine off of.
But I'm
said
not.
quarterback.
No. But see, let me finish. I'm not going to take that as an assessment to either quarterback because I already look at either quarterback as a guy that can just operate their system. That's it. I never looked at Purdy as a top 10 quarterback. I
Well,
never
that's why
looked
I
at
said this
Purdy
was
as a
directed
lead.
more
So
towards
you're
Marcus.
so you're saying it's more about them just doing their job regardless of what pieces, what skin
Yes,
they have.
I think what
with them.
Shanahan has shown time and time again that he can take. There were times where Jimmy Garoppolo was playing good. They were not winning games because of him, but there were times where he was playing good.
But
I think this is just going to be more of a feather in the cap for Shanahan.
the difference is we've seen Sam Darnold with bad coaching and what that's looked like.
Right.
We've seen him with Gase. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We've seen him be set up for failure.
Right.
We've seen him with Carolina had not really
Right.
had much to work with. So if you think about how he's not great in places, but then comes here and is good,
Right.
it's really the answer to this question is if Brock Purdy leaves and is bad. Then it's like, okay, what are we supposed to say there?
But does that not mean more to coaching? The fact that you pointed out,
That's
he
what
said,
I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm saying. It
But
takes
we-
all shine.
but we can both
It
say
takes all
the
shine for that
coaching
reason,
and
because
the
it's been
personnel is
consistent.
better than anything Sam Darnold has ever had.
absolutely, yes.
So I would expect him to look better than he did in those
I'm not-
places.
no, you're
no,
comparing it to himself. I'm not
Hold on,
comparing it
hold
to
on.
himself.
I know. Let me get to you. So when he says that, he has to look as good or better than Purdy, if you would have said, if you just looked at what we thought Sam Darnold to be, it's just closer to what we thought he should have been rather than what he has been.
Mhm.
Because he was a top 5 pick. I think he was drafted third overall.
Top three.
Yeah, I think he was drafted third overall. Like people said he had all the physical tools in terms of the arm strength and
Yep.
being able to move around in the pocket. He
He just
wasn't a
turned the ball
mobile.
over.
He wasn't a stationary guy.
Do a lot
So
of
it's
things.
just like he kind of fits the mold
I
of
know.
what you would think of a Shanahan quarterback to be.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Shanahan, once he was a free agent, he snagged him up like that because he knew of the type of quarterback he wanted as a backup when you have Purdy. So honestly, like for me, if he plays well, it doesn't really take away from Purdy to me
Mhm.
because it's just a small sample size.
Right. Right.
Now, if it was like, Purdy's out for until the playoffs and Sam Darnold's balling, then I'm like, okay, then yeah, it would take a little shine off of Purdy. But at the end of the day, Purdy played excellent in the offense, so he just was great in the offense. I mean, there's nothing more you can say. He did what he needed to do in the offense that he had to run. He was excellent. I feel like there's not a lot of quarterbacks who.
I got 49ers though.
I
I was gonna get to picks in this.
Okay.
That was my next.
Yeah, but I feel like there's not a lot of quarterbacks where they're the offense. And there's not everybody in the top 10 that I'll say that they are the offense. Like I feel like when we thought Dak was top 10, Dak had a lot of weapons, but we didn't kill him for that. We were just like, he played good. The only thing that we had on Dak was he didn't play great in the biggest of moments all the time. Cool. But we still had him as a top 10 quarterback at the time. Why? Because he operated the offense pretty good while he had the weapons for
It
it.
looked smooth.
It looked smooth.
The offense was moving.
The only
was
players
annoying.
I feel like that operate in offense, and they just are the offense. Mahomes, Allen, Lamar.
Yep.
I don't even think Hurts is
Lamar.
that at
No.
this point.
I think that's it.
I think
I think that's
maybe.
it.
That's it.
I think
I
that's
mean,
it.
No, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Not your boy Russ.
No.
yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
I just feel like we haven't brought up Cordell's Broncos
my
pick
God.
for
I
the
mean,
playoffs all episodes. So I just want to go there. That's all.
I would have put Joe
No.
Burrow in that instance,
No.
but
No.
the way this season has been,
No.
Not even just the season. Last year, I mean, they had a solid. They had a run game behind them with Mixon. Like, well,
no,
we're
they
not gonna-
didn't. Mixon was trash last year running the football.
Granted,
when they wanted or needed to run, they couldn't.
No,
If you want to know what a run game
they-
looks like, that's the Bills and
They
Ravens with
ran it all,
Allen and
yo.
Lamar. Like,
Granted-
that's it.
But
Right.
that's
Yeah.
essentially what the Bengals had last
granted,
year.
I think with Burrow was very talented. Don't get me wrong, but and I know it was,
He
it
didn't
was
have
his,
1,000 yards.
I
during
know
the
it was his rookie year, but I seen that offense with Burrow in it and no Jamar Chase, and it's
But he got injured. It was only like 6 games.
hold on, man.
Okay, all right.
Dang,
You had your turn.
you did.
My bad. Go
What's
ahead.
wrong with you?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I've
God.
seen, even with that little sample size, I've seen what the offense looks like with just Burrow and Higgins and Boyd, and the seismic jump that it took when they inserted Jamar Chase. To me, like, that was pretty notable. So, and it's nothing to take away from Burrow. He's still an elite quarterback. He's still talented. But I think the list stops at Lamar. I think it's just those three: Mahomes, Allen, and Lamar.
So you wouldn't say that the Bills adding Stephon Diggs didn't change the offense?
No, that
No.
offense is Allen.
That offense took off when they got Allen. That offense needs.
No,
Stop.
but they had Josh Allen for 2 years before this.
Stephon definitely
It was
like
also
they
had the
unlocked
ball.
each other
You
in
can
a way.
say like without Diggs, y'all would not be as good. But Josh Allen could still be a good player, but he would not be.
So is Mahomes just as good without Kelsey?
See what I'm saying? It's
But see, okay,
Diggs is his
okay,
cousin.
cool. So everybody has a number one.
Answer the question.
Yes, but it's still
Everybody has a
all-
number one.
Yeah, but you don't
Like no,
All right, let me-
I'm not.
No,
I'm not
all right,
saying
answer-
that.
the answer
But
is-
what you're
the
you're
answer
saying
is
was
no.
what you're saying is you based that
Scary.
off of a rookie season with 6 games, and that's what you base it off of. But you wouldn't base that
I
with
also said it was a sample size.
yeah, but you wouldn't base that with Josh before Stephon Diggs when it was 2
No.
years.
No.
When Lamar Jackson, we saw
because for one, Burrow was not as raw coming out of college as Josh Allen was. We knew.
okay, that's not his fault.
What
It's
you
just
mean? It's
But
not
that's
as raw,
the-
but
that's
that
the
matters.
reality. That's
That
the
matters.
reality.
You
One
knew
dude's coming out
you
of
knew
college,
Allen.
one dude's not.
You knew Allen coming out of college was probably going to need at least a year to get himself straight. You knew Burrow was NFL ready from day one.
We
and
saw
Burrow
his jump
didn't
in
look
college.
bad in that
I
offense.
didn't say he didn't. I never said he didn't. I just
Okay.
said that adding Chase elevated that offense. It took that offense from they got potential here
That
to
big
the damn
play.
Super Bowl.
But any number one is going to do that.
But the offense doesn't. Okay, let me put it to you this way: if Burrow was to struggle in the game, right? If Burrow was to struggle, they could still win with Burrow struggling because he's got guys who will be able to bail him out, and they have a decent run game for whatever you want to say.
When
What?
has Burrow struggled and they won the game?
When?
Because they don't.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They
And
absolutely.
and so did Josh. When Josh
No.
was, they won. So what
It's
do
Josh or bust. That is the entire offense.
So
bro.
did y'all not win the game against the Giants?
That was because of.
Was he
That
struggling?
was Josh.
Did he struggle? I
Who
want to
bailed him
know.
out, though?
169
Who bailed
yards.
them out?
Okay, so
Josh Allen bailed them out. It wasn't a 5-yard something and a wide receiver can take it to the house. That doesn't exist. You have two guys who
Bro,
can
he
help
is
you
stuck
with
on
yards
this.
after
He's
catch.
stuck. He's stuck on this.
Yards after. Oh, so that don't matter. So you have one guy
Okay,
who's
well,
doing
that's
20
literally-
yards and one guy who
that's
gets
why-
yards after catch.
That's why the Bengals offense has been so deadly. It's because of that big play, that yards.
Yeah,
after
but
catch.
they didn't need the big play to beat the Rams. The big play wasn't there. Burrow struggled in that game. He didn't throw a touchdown in that game.
Did they beat the Rams?
They beat the Rams, yeah.
Okay,
That's not a thing for
But that's-
Josh.
But that's his point.
bro.
You
They
asked,
don't do
you
that.
asked, but you asked for a game where he struggled and they still won. And they-
Yes, and Joe Burrow. Okay, Joe Burrow struggled and they won. Did Josh not struggle against the Giants and they won?
Because Josh did it.
And did Joe Burrow not do it?
No, he
No,
didn't
he
even
didn't
score
do it. He
touchdowns.
didn't
So
score
how did he
touchdowns
do
in
it,
that
bro?
He-
How did he do
He
it without
made
throwing
the
a touchdown?
throw.
He threw for 250 and a pick.
He did.
Okay.
Josh Allen can't win a game throwing 250 a pick and no touchdowns. That does not exist.
Josh threw 2 in the fourth quarter in that the Giants comeback.
There is no game that you can show me of Josh Allen throwing 250 in a pick
Okay.
and them winning. That does not exist.
When they played the Falcons.
He ran for it. He said,
Okay,
I'll just
he
do it
ran.
with my legs. He's the offense.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of, Bills are taking on.
Come on, transition.
Bills taking the Bucks on right now.
Lovely segue.
Dude is the offense. Let's get into it before this game starts.
You know what? I'm going with the Bills here to win one tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're a little nervous in the fourth quarter because
I'm already nervous.
The Bucks are a little but I know you want to watch this game and see this game be put away by halftime. I know you do.
No,
You
I
want a
mean,
comfortable win.
That's what I think every football fan would love that.
I
And
would
don't
love
think that's
that
what I'm
so much.
expecting to
But
get.
I don't know what that looks like.
but
A nice round.
but-
complete victory?
but I don't think you're going to have a complete win tonight. You're going to have a win, but I think the Bucks are going to give you guys a little run.
No, I believe it.
There go that man, Gabe Davis.
I'm gonna
Your
go,
favorite
I'm gonna
number
go
2.
Bills win. Bills
That's
win
all you
by
gotta say,
touchdown.
huh?
Yeah.
You ain't got no analytical things to say. That's it.
I
The
mean,
the
look,
Bucks
I-
defense still can
Like,
get it done.
Yes.
I think that like Baker Mayfield isn't going to be able to make enough plays. That's just at the end of the day, Bills are going to be too much.
So, it feels like a trap game for me.
They've been part
It's-
of trap games
we always
for
talk
the
about
last 2-3
Thursday
years.
night
I
being
feel like
weird.
It can't be a trap game if they've been losing, bro. How you get a trap game coming off a loss?
We
How
had
that work?
we had discussion before.
I didn't know trap
It's-
games was during losing streaks.
That's what, Well, it's not a streak.
It
but
will
it's
no,
calmed
but
down.
it will be. It will be. You win it. It's a 2
I
game.
think
It'll
about
be a
it.
2 game. I didn't know that was.
It's more of an energy for me. It's trap game energy. It's a Thursday night game. It's at home. You feel like your focus and everything should be back and locked in. But this team is pesky. That's really if what Josh has been better at over recent weeks is being clean. You know what I'm saying? Josh starts turning the ball over. Look,
He's
He
throwing
been
a
clean.
pick. He's throwing a pick in the last 3 games.
Anything you look good?
Josh
So one
Josh
in
Allen
every-
clean and
Clean.
normal quarterback clean.
I guess
Yeah,
maybe it's a
that's
different
very
bar.
true.
That's fair.
Clean.
It was a different bar.
Clean for him.
Clean for him.
Okay. All right.
That-
yeah,
yeah.
let's go with that.
That's my bad. That's my bad. It's going to, like you said, Josh Allen is the offense. It's going to come down to Josh Allen just being patient and taking what the Bucks give him. Be able to move the ball, get James Cook going, give him space.
I can't wait until they have like a 3rd and 19, and he just kicks his feet up like, ah.
It'll happen probably
Right,
twice.
I'm still confident.
Watch how we pick this up. Like,
That's
wait a
been
minute,
holding y'all
what?
back. Y'all haven't been
Whoa.
able to stay on time on your drives.
This
Situational
is-
football haven't been
that is
about your.
Oh man, look what they
I-
show. Oh
I need
man,
to-
hey,
Boy,
I need
My boy
to,
Young Way.
I mean,
All right.
different.
I need to see efficiency.
don't look at the TV.
That's really it. It's okay, guys. I need to see efficiency. I'm actually really like I don't get me wrong, people. I really enjoy doing this, but man, I'm so upset that I missed this pregame show for the Bills because I've never seen a pregame show where all they talk about is the team that's coming up. Like ESPN, they talk about everything else, then they'll hit on it, then they'll talk about other, then they'll hit on. It looked like they just talked Bills Bucks the whole since 7 o'clock all the way through, and I'm upset that I missed all that. But because they look like they created some good feature cut pieces. Like
We committed
I'd
to
be
the people.
That's the difference between networks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We do it for y'all. For free right now.
That's definitely clean. Like, see, even now I'm like, I want to know. But all right, so yeah, it's all about efficiency for me. I am hoping that they get Don Kincaid more involved now that Knox is gone for at least 4 weeks.
8 catches is a good start.
Oh,
I also-
Oh.
What is it, bro?
the Dolphins are planning for Jalen Ramsey to make his return Sunday from the knee injury he suffered this Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh man.
All right, we'll get into that in a second.
Woo!
So yeah, I am gonna.
Wow.
I
October.
Yeah. So
Doing a great
I
job.
lost all my train of thought. Yeah. So Don Kincaid to get it. I think
Oh,
that
that's Don.
90%. So right now, Gabe Davis's snap count, he's at 90% of the snaps.
You think it's gonna drop?
I want it to
Oh.
drop drastically, at least by 30 to 40%.
And replace with who?
Sherfield and Hardy and Shakir.
Oh, any other.
Boost them up. Yep, boost them up. Drop him down some.
Adding.
Utilization down.
Trying to get your rating points.
Yeah, I'm saying. So, but yeah, and I believe Ed Oliver's playing, so that's a great thing right there. So they can get some of their pressure back from up the middle.
A gap.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Bills per usual. Ain't nothing gonna change.
Have you picked against the Bills at all?
The Jags.
Oh, you
Jaguar
got.
game. I told y'all I felt like that was going to be a loss.
I'm gonna pick the Bills as well. I would love to see like y'all's offense be exciting and movie and things of that nature, but I feel like y'all's wins for the most part, except for against us, have been ugly.
No, the Dolphins and the Colts and the Raiders.
Oh damn!
It's just the Giants.
Well,
So why does it not feel as like?
because it's been so far away. It's been 3 weeks since you've seen it. It's been the Jags, the Giants, and then the Patriots. It's been 3 weeks since you've seen that offense.
Did my short term really do me like that? That's crazy.
did.
All right, go Bills.
It did. It really did.
Who are you going with, my man?
I already said the Bills.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I already said Bills,
All
but
right.
I do want to.
Got a lot of clean
I do want to
sweeps.
say something that last season
Here he go.
the Bills had 700 more rushing yards than the Bengals last year, and I also want to say
Yeah,
that.
thanks to Josh Allen.
And look, you take hold on. That's what I'm saying. You take Josh Allen off, They got the same amount of rushing yards. Y'all had a better average. Also thanks to Josh Allen. But I want to say when you compare Diggs and Chase, Diggs had more yards than Chase, and he had a better average per catch.
Did you just stop there? Now you want to go with Higgins? You want to go with Boyd? You want to go with Higbee? You want to talk about those other guys compared to Gabe Davis?
Somebody got to get them the ball.
I mean, the only person that you can say that Gabe Davis isn't better than
is T. Higgins
is
and
T.
Chase,
Higgins.
right?
Yeah, T. Higgins and Chase. Yeah.
Right. So
he has one extra.
He better than
piece
Boyd.
in.
I don't
Nah, I
know
think
if they're
him and Boyd are about the same in terms of production.
They're number 3.
Yeah. So you got
Tyler
so
Boyd's
that's the thing.
floor has
So
been
then
higher.
You have to keep on going down the ladder. So you say that the 2 1s are equal. Okay. So
Boyd
then
gets
the
more
2
targets,
2s
too.
are not equal. That goes to the Bengals.
Yeah,
The 2 3s are not equal. That goes to the Bengals.
the 2 3s.
Yeah, the third option. The third wide receiver on the Bills. Who was it? Don't remember. Don't remember.
Tyler Boyd.
So that's my point.
Who is their wide receiver 3 right now?
Was it?
Who
It
ours
was.
now?
I mean, they just got a rotation.
Yeah.
Damn, I
That's
forgot
what I'm
what their
saying.
name.
That's nice.
So
It was
anyway,
another little speedy
At the end
guy.
of the day, it's Joe Burrow bust for the Bengals. Go ahead.
All right, we out of here. I want to watch my pregame. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell everybody.
Tell everybody.
Please.
We will be back on Monday live per usual, 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. Monday night
Wait,
football.
it's Thursday.
No, that was
Wait,
for
talk about
Monday. He was
Monday.
talking for Monday.
Oh, my bad. He said Thursday.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
For Monday night football.
Your short term really is.
I heard a
Oh,
Thursday. You
man.
might have said Monday night first. I
Hey,
heard a
bye,
Thursday.
Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Thank you.